Hey, I just wanted to show you a couple of examples of how to use Equatio. I think primarily it'll be useful as a teacher who's trying to create like worksheets or tests on a Google Doc just to get around some of the formatting issues with Google Docs. Um, if you're trying to do even I'll just show you a couple of examples, but if you're trying to, for example, like solve an equation like this, even if you're teaching this type of problem, I really like this math space tool. And what it is whatever you draw or write in this math space, it will then insert into a Google Doc. So what was it? 4x squared plus 2 is equal to 18. So you can insert shapes and all this stuff, but I've been trying out this freehand drawing tool. So if you have 4x squared plus 2 is equal to 18. Then you can go through and solve this equation. You know, etc. You get the idea. Once you're done, you can then insert your math into the Google Doc. Now, one caution I have is that this is the limited amount of space that you have to write. So if it's like this monstrous proof that you have like 12 steps in, what you'll have to do is write as many steps as you can in here, and then insert it, and then open up a second math space and then insert it again. So let's just see what it looks like when we insert into the Google Doc. So you can see it's huge, but what I like about it is you can make your writing a lot smaller. It's an image. So again, even if you wanted to wrap text or write to the side of your equation, you can. The other tool I like is for creating equations. You can use the handwriting recognition tool. Now, the handwriting recognition is really only good for, I would say, doing one step, because it can only do one step at a time easily. The math space is when you want to write out more than one step at a time. So let's say I'm trying to create an equation with like a square root x plus 4 squared, or I was supposed to have an exponent of 3. So let's put this y to the power of 3. And even there, it didn't like my 4 that I drew. I kind of drew it as a y, so it didn't like that. But minus 3 over x. And then you can just insert your math. And this can be useful like if you're trying to create a quiz or a test. There's your equation. The other one that you can use is the speech recognition, the speech input. So if you already know the equation that you're trying to input, it might be even faster just to read it out loud. So x plus 2 squared minus square root of 4 over 3. And then, you can insert that equation. The last tool that I'll show is the Desmos that's built into Equatio. So again, if you're trying to create like a graph for a lesson or something like that, Desmos is built right into here. So you don't have to go and take a screenshot of it or anything. You can just type in whatever equation you want. So y equals 4x minus 7 kind of thing. There's your graph, and you can insert it right into your Google Doc. So then, like if I was doing a lesson, then they could potentially calculate the slope of that line. Let me know if you have any questions for using Equatio. There's also kind of a cool feature where you can get Equatio on your tablet or on your phone. And say, for example, you're doing math on a sheet of paper, but you want it to look nicer and digitalized. With your phone or your tablet, you can take a picture of your written work and it will turn it into nice looking equations like this on a Google Doc. So that's if you get the app on your phone. You can link it with a Google Doc that you're working on your computer.